human intervention will be minimized.
When the Exato started using AI,
We registered this domain name Exato.ai in 2021. People talk about Anthropic, but how many of them understand how this can be deployed enterprise-wide?
do you think we are in an AI bubble right now?
Hype is more than the reality as on date. इस गेम को खेलने में जो रिस्क है वो तो है ही, but मिस करने में बड़ा रिस्क.
And how many enterprises are currently using AI in a right way?
Not much.
Who is your closest competitor? Can you name few roles जो replace नहीं हो सकते? And if someone wants to participate in an AI wave right now, from an investor point of view, which part of the value chain they should focus on?
One is obviously software as a service, and the second sector is which most people don't recognize is.
Do you feel that our traditional large IT giants, TCS, Infosys, Wipro, will they survive? And for 1 year, 3 year down the line, how do you see the revenue growth and also the sustainable EBITDA margin? Best AI stock that is not NVIDIA. Human level intelligence a 2020s thing or 2030s thing. What is the one alpha that no one is talking about in your own business?
From a small town to building a listed company in one of the most complex and fastest evolving spaces today, AI. This is not just a founder journey. It's a story of timing, conviction, and seeing the shift early. In today's podcast, we are joined by Apur Singha, founder of Exato AI. In this conversation, we go beyond the noise around AI and talk about what's actually happening on the ground. Why most enterprises still don't know how to deploy AI properly, which roles are actually at risk, and more importantly, which ones will remain unaffected, and why the bigger risk today might actually be missing the shift altogether. We also break down where real value in AI is getting created. And while doing this conversation, one thing really stood out. A lot of people are focused on AI tools, but the bigger opportunity might actually be in what powers all of it. The infrastructure layer behind AI. That's something we've been spending a lot of time on at Green Portfolio. And recently, we've also put together a focused portfolio, Bharat Tech Infra, around companies enabling the ecosystem. To learn more about the portfolio, click the link in the pinned comments.
Hi Apurv, thanks for being over here. Your journey started from a small town named Buxar, it's near Varanasi, and now you are a founder of a listed company named Exato. So how did your journey start?
So Abhishek, first of all, thank you so much for coming here and giving us this opportunity to talk about my journey and about Exato. It's my privilege. So talking about my journey again from Buxar, being a small town, and started with Hindi medium school. So I got a bigger opportunity when I cracked state entrance examination and I got admission in Maulana Azad College, Patna. There I got a stream of computer science. So those were very early days for computers, and I used to hear a lot of stories that if someone has done some computer course, he's getting a job outside India in US. So at that time, that was the dream, ki just study and then you get a job and then move away from the country and get a good life. So that was the thought process. So, but during engineering days, I think it was a great learning experience. I do recommend that to get into some professional course like engineering or MBA. So met a lot of friends from different places. So a lot of learning there with teachers, also a lot of learning. But in between third to fourth year, now I decided that I'm not more a techie guy. I'm not more a codey person. So I'm more a business guy because I got working exposure. So the place where I stay, they used to do computer business. They were HP resellers. So I thought, why not do that? Because I was seeing their luxurious lifestyles. I said, no, the money is here. So rather than getting into it. So I cracked MBA and then I did my MBA from IBS and I came to Gurgaon. So Gurgaon, again, while doing MBA, meeting some of the people who were more interested in entrepreneurship, that was also a learning thing. While I was very clear that I am going to go for a job, but the idea was also there that can we do something like this? Now, it's a blessing in disguise. So when I got a placement with a startup. That startup was called CE Infosystem. Many people will not know which CE Infosystem. But if I talk about the actual name, it's MapMyIndia. Right. They got listed 2 years back. So that's how my journey started. And in MapMyIndia, what I used to do is I used to sit in different departments, sometimes in sales. I was a part of sales, but then in product division, in finance, in IT. So I was learning, I was having 360-degree learning. So that is the time I got the opportunity to learn how a startup works. Then eventually, with the ambition of being into a larger company, bigger brand, I got cracked the interviews with TCS, worked there in TCS. Then I started. I got offer from Wipro, worked there in Wipro for 5 years, and when I was working in Wipro and TCS, so I was learning all the nuances of services company, how different line of business in a services company works, and I was managing the product alliances. So global product companies who were working with Wipro. So I was the GTM alliance head for their product, and basically they were into customer experience CX. So Aspect, Nice, Variant, Avaya, Cisco, all this business I was managing. I moved to Bangalore also in head office. So completing 5-6 years in Wipro, I thought that whatever I have learned, it's time to implement that. So I got an opportunity to work with Nice. They were a Israel analytics product company into CX. They were market leaders. So I got an opportunity to work there again for 5 years. So Abhishek, always this was a thought process. Whatever you have learned, if you are not implementing, there is no use.
Right.
So that time when I was working with Wipro and TCS, when I was finishing 5 years in Wipro, I thought, no, it's time to work in a product company. When I finished 10-12 years with Wipro, Nice, I thought that I've learned everything, how a services organization works, how a product organization works. Now it's time to start their own journey. Again, coming from that background, everyone, including family, was not very hesitant that we have not done business. So I'm first generation entrepreneur. Better to be in job. You are in a good job, earning good salary. Why there is a lot of risk and all that. But then I was hell-bent that unless whatever I've learned, I've not applied, what is the use of it? And that's how Exato started.
So this is your first business?
This is my first business.
Okay. And what was the vision? Like it was something money was driving you, or something like you have to solve a problem? Was there a gap in the market that you were trying to solve?
Absolutely. So Abhishek, see, first of all, I identified the gap working with Nice. So when I was in Nice, I was creating partners for them. So I was working with very large partners like Wipro, TCS on the other side, Infosys and all, while there were very small partners also. So there was a potential of creating a mid-sized company. So I've understood that, okay, there is a potential of creating a mid-size, because large partners were not fully aligned with that product company's vision because they were too large. Smaller companies were not having that focus because they do not wanted to invest, they do not wanted to enhance their skills, they just wanted to be a reseller. So I thought there is an opportunity to create a consulting-led company, something like McKinsey at the front and TCS at the back end, wherein you can have a consulting-led sales, and then like TCS does, so being a services factory. So sell, implement, service, support, customize, all that. So I see that clear gap in the market. So that's how I thought, no, it's time to take a plunge and take it.
We'll come to the business model. What is the meaning of Exato? It's a very unique name.
Exato is hitting bullseye to the point.
Okay.
And if you look at our logo, it's logo going in the growth, towards growth. So Exato is a Spanish Portuguese word. It means that heading towards growth, hitting the bullseye. वो नहीं अर्जुन के तीर का जो मछली का आँख को लगा था, तो वो that's
the perfect. It's about the perfection.
To the point, hitting the bullseye to the perfection towards growth.
Okay, so nice.
Hitting bullseye basically.
Okay. Now let's come to your business model. So simple language में करती क्या Exato in very layman terms?
See, okay, so we started as an analytics, just we'll give you some background, then I will talk about what we do. So we started as an analytics company. It's not that we started a typical IT system. We started as an analytics company because that was the vision. Let's be innovative. Let's do something which is different from the market. That is the gap I saw. So in first year itself, we picked some analytics project. Like one was for Rajasthan Safe City, which we implemented video analytics software for their command and control center for 7 cities. Now, no other player was having that skill. But since I came from that background, so I understood that how this can be done, and I gathered a team of engineers and we delivered that. Now, that time I read an article which was there in a newspaper that Hyderabad-based girl, she crossed first year 10 CR plus in first year. So I thought, no, this is the benchmark. I have to cross 10 CR. So eventually, because of this project, we crossed 11 CR. Now, see how over a period of time, one thing was very clear, that is underlying motto: whatever you learn, implement it.
Right.
So we started learning how we can move more towards analytics. That time, although AI was there for a long time, it's not that AI has just come in last 3-4 years, but it was more in the shape of analytics.
This was which year?
This was 2016.
So at that time, you were just providing the insights, or you were also on the implementation side?
Okay, so that time what we did is we thought the smart strategy would be to partner with global product companies and take their offering to the market. In that process, not only you are taking a brand which a customer will be satisfied for, because he will think that, okay, there is no risk, it's already a proven product. But in that process, you will learn more about the product offering, feature, functionality, etc. Also, you will learn the customer pain points. So while you are solving the customer pain points, there is an army behind you, a product company, who will help you to solve that pain point. But in that process, you are learning also. So if combining all that, that has been our strategy, that work with global companies, but with very selected one, ride along with them, acquire customers, provide your own consulting-led offering in terms of what customer needs, what is his pain point, how to solve that pain points, what would be the right technology, what would be the right architecture, etc., etc. And then once you are able to demonstrate that to customer, we can build some customized models for them, and that's how we are delivering to them. So working with product companies, we are providing their subscription-based licenses, sometimes some hardware also, and then we clubbing with our own consulting-led services, customization, implementation, and support.
This was around 2017-18 thing, right?
That's how it started.
Right now, what you're doing, like the something.
Right now, also, okay. So Abhishek, see, our strategy is overnight we should not. So we are primarily a services company,
Okay.
right? But overnight we are also building a product, which I will talk about. But see, our plan is very clear, that have a good set of customers on your side. Right now, we have served 150 plus enterprise customers. Idea is next 3-4 years acquire at least 500 customers. Now, if you have that bunch of customers, you can go deep dive and work with customer and solve any problem, and that's how you can create revenue and profitability. Now, to go to that customer and offer something unique, obviously you need advanced technologies. So you rather than reinventing the wheel, work with global companies who really want to expand. They have the same vision and they work in your CX and AI domain. Work with them, expand with them, go deep dive with customer, and figure out how you can get more and more consulting-led services revenue. Okay. So we are providing cloud subscription licenses and implementing, supporting everything we are doing.
Okay, let's go a bit simple. So, आपका revenue split में, which is a major contributing pie revenue में?
Okay, so in my revenue split, so major contributing pie is customer experience, CX and AI. So now CX AI are together since last 3 years. So it's CX and AI.
So in CX and AI, like in a simple practical use case through, can you explain क्या करते हैं? Simple.
Okay, so Abhishek, you name a bank, they are our customer. So मैं बहुत बेसिक से स्टार्ट करता हूँ. 20-25 बैंक जितने भी आप नाम ले लो, सारे ऑलमोस्ट सारे, मतलब 8 out of 10 बैंक दे रहा है. सब सारे. So आपको एक एग्जांपल देता हूँ. So basically when a customer call to a bank,
okay,
that call is received by a customer service agent. सो पहला इंटरैक्शन उसका कस्टमर सर्विस एजेंट से होता है. उसका कोई क्वेरी होता है कि आप, मेरा बिलिंग का प्रॉब्लम है, मेरे क्रेडिट कार्ड का बिल ज़्यादा आ गया, या उसका कोई क्वेरी होता है कि मेरे बैंक से पैसे कट गए हैं एंड ऑल दैट. तो वो कस्टमर सर्विस एजेंट बोलता है, ठीक है, आप थोड़ा होल्ड करो, मैं आपको चेक करके बताता हूँ. सो ये वो कहता है. तो ये जो कॉन्वर्सेशन होता है ना, ये रिकॉर्ड की जाती है.
राइट.
बिकॉज ये रिकॉर्डिंग इसलिए किया जाता है कि ये बैंकिंग कंप्लायंस, आरबीआई का कंप्लायंस है कि ये सारे रिकॉर्डिंग की जाएगा, उसको 7 years तक या उसी टाइमलाइन के आसपास स्टोर भी किया जाएगा. बैंक अपनी रिकॉर्डिंग स्टोर करेगा. कल के डेट में कंज्यूमर को कोई प्रॉब्लम है और अगर उन्होंने कंप्लेन किया, तो बैंक वो रिकॉर्डिंग दिखा देगा कि नहीं, हमारे एजेंट से ये बात हुई थी और ये. तो वी स्टार्टेड विद दिस, दिस रिकॉर्डिंग एनालिटिक्स सॉफ्टवेयर. दैट इज हाउ वी स्टार्टेड प्रोवाइडिंग.
वर यू नो सॉफ्टवेयर साइड और हार्डवेयर साइड?
नो, सॉफ्टवेयर साइड.
ओके.
हार्डवेयर बैंक अपने कोई बड़े वेंडर के साथ अपना. तो वी यूज्ड टू क्रिएट ऑल दैट कॉन्टैक्ट सेंटर इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर फॉर देम. So now when the recording is stored, a huge amount of data is there. सो
Right.
अभिषेक का पूरा प्रोफाइल, उनका डेटा, किस लिए वो कॉल करते हैं किसी पर्टिकुलर बैंक को, एवरीथिंग इज देयर. सो बैंक विल हैव ऑल द इंटेलिजेंस. सो अगली बार इफ अभिषेक इज अ इम्पॉर्टेंट कस्टमर, अगली बार अभिषेक को सेम प्रॉब्लम नहीं आया, तो बैंक शुड वर्क ऑन दैट डेटा. That is again where our role will come. So we work with quality analyst and figure out that, okay, why this he called and what is the problem of resolve, whether the call was resolved or not. So जैसे कुछ टर्मिनोलॉजी होती है, FCR, फर्स्ट कॉल रेजोल्यूशन.
Right.
सो कि पहली बार में कॉल रिजॉल्व हुआ कि नहीं, या कस्टमर अगली बार कॉल कर रहा है तो क्या वो सेम प्रॉब्लम के लिए कॉल कर रहा है. सेकंड, बैंक में जो मेजर कॉस्ट सब होता है ना, अपार्ट फ्रॉम ह्यूमन रिसोर्स, देयर आर कॉस्ट लाइक AHT, लाइक एवरेज हैंडल टाइम. अभी तो टेलीकॉम कॉस्ट सस्ता हो गया, बट आप अगर किसी एजेंट से 10-15 मिनट बात कर रहे हो तो उसके पास 10 कॉल और मिस हो गई होंगी.
Right.
तो आप वो कॉल को शॉर्टेस्ट ड्यूरेशन में कैसे रिजॉल्व करो. तो ये सब में हमारा एक्सपोजर आता है, हमारा वर्क आता है, जहाँ पे न सिर्फ कॉल रिकॉर्डिंग से वी प्रोवाइड सॉफ्टवेयर विच कैन रिकॉर्ड द कॉल, बट वी ऑल्सो एनालाइज ऑन कस्टमर इंटरेक्शन. सो दैट्स हाउ इट स्टार्टेड.
So it's something you are just like software is helping the agent to resolve the ticket, or your software खुद से resolve भी करे tickets को.
Okay, so this is what now we are doing.
Okay.
But I'm talking about how we started.
Okay.
So in agentic AI era, this is what is going to be done. ये हो रहा है अभी. It has started. So I will talk about that also. So, but this started with recording, wherein a large amount of data and complete interaction was there. Now with recording, suppose Abhishek has called, or Abhishek ने word use किया, I'm really frustrated with your service. तो ये जो frustration word है ना, we then deployed analytics software. जो वॉइस और टेक्स्ट एनालिटिक्स, वो टेक्स्ट एनालिटिक्स ही वुड हैव पिक दैट सॉफ्टवेयर. फ्रस्ट्रेशन, दिस मीन्स दैट अभिषेक इज एट द रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन बैंक एंड अभिषेक इज एट रिस्क. ही माइट मूव टू अनदर बैंक for better service, and Abhishek is an important customer, HNI customer. Why should we lose it? Not only for HNI but all the customers. So इस तरह से बैंक के सारे कॉल रिकॉर्ड करके फिर उसने एनालिटिक्स स्टार्ट किया. फिर there is a solution called workforce management. So लाइक ड्यूरिंग फेस्टिवल टाइम्स ज़्यादा बड़ा वर्कफोर्स चाहिए होता है, तो उस समय कैसे बड़ा वर्कफोर्स डिप्लॉय, सबकी छुट्टी क्यों कैंसिल कर दी जाए, कैसे स्किल्ड वर्कफोर्स किस इंपॉर्टेंट कस्टमर पे ये, तो कास्टिंग, स्केड्यूलिंग, वो सब प्लान को. तो ये सब जो मॉड्यूल्स थे, डिफरेंट सॉफ्टवेयर मॉड्यूल्स दैट वी स्टार्टेड प्रोवाइडिंग. So that's how we, all these 20-25 banks we are talking about, they are our customer. Now what happened is कि when we were doing this, our partnership also evolved. So the companies, they got into complete contact center software solution. So उन्होंने कुछ cloud based companies acquire की. So that's how we started providing this complete, मतलब एक ही सॉफ्टवेयर में रिकॉर्डिंग होगा, वर्कफोर्स मैनेजमेंट होगा, स्पीच एनालिटिक्स होगा, इनबाउंड आउटबाउंड सब सारे फीचर्स होंगे. सो दैट्स हाउ एवरीथिंग स्टार्टेड.
Okay.
So now we are providing the complete suite, and that's how our business also evolved. First we were doing, say, हम एक small part ही कर रहे थे, but then we started getting bigger pie. So that's how. And now things are moving into agentic era, wherein earlier the software which was used to just to get the calls and analyze the call and call back, now the software will answer also. Probably human intervention will be minimized. It will be there, but it will be minimized.
Okay. So like your major revenue is coming from CX, right? Like,
Yes.
Okay. And that like you are providing softwares. Okay.
Yes.
Now you like analytics plus AI plus also SaaS. We can say software
Yeah,
as a service.
absolutely.
That's right.
Yeah, that's the
okay.
model.
Now, when you started adding AI, because for the last 2-3 years, it has been the very buzzword. So, when the Exato started using AI?
See, if you see, Abhishek, I will give you a very interesting analogy. So, we registered this domain name Exato.ai in 2021.
2021.
When
okay.
no one was talking about AI.
Yeah.
So, we were quite ahead of, at least in terms of vision. We were quite ahead. So we registered this domain, we bought this domain. Earlier we used to call Exato Technologies Private Limited. Now we got this brand name Exato. We got a trademark also. So what I meant to say is the vision was very clear that we are moving towards AI. In fact, a very interesting analogy, when I was doing my engineering in 2000, early 2000. So that time we used to read a book on AI. So I was talking to someone, and some very senior industry expert, and said that I read in 2000, why this is coming in 2023-24. This so see, he said that it was always there, but we was not looking. It was in form of analytics, it was in form of data and all. Now we have started again because of Chat GPT and all. We're starting with that, and this large language model and huge compute power from NVIDIA and all. This is now started taking structure. So now talking about the AI part. See, like we are evolving, our product companies are also evolving. The partnerships are also evolving,
Right.
and they have billions of dollars to invest. So what we are doing is we are working with them. We are learning that what strategies they are taking. Not only that, we are also building some very innovative partnership, which can also take us far ahead with the market. Like all this buzzword started in Anthropic, and we will most likely with OpenAI also.
Okay.
So we'll use their API and we'll integrate with we are building our own CCaaS, CPaaS solution, and we are also working on building an agentic AI platform, starting with healthcare, but this will be again replicated across other domains. So coming back to point, see, we are also evolving with the journey, like our product companies, like market is evolving. So all started with data, then voice and speech analytics, the workforce management, then complete tool to get things. Now things are moving towards agentic AI. The advantage which we have, Abhishek, is we have that complete customer journey mapping. We understand all these. See, I talked about bank, I talked about telco, all the large ITS company, what they are doing with data, how they are analyzing. This is what Exato is doing. My engineers, my people are doing this. My data analysts are doing that. So this is where we have our advantage. Like any AI tool, it will learn. LLM will learn, and that is how it will evolve. But we have seen that journey from recording to workforce management to speech analytics to contact center software to telephony and all that. Now we have that complete understanding. Now we are using AI, in fact, in innovative AI companies for our purpose, how this can be done. So our business analysts and our people are more or less have that greater, and that is the reason we are winning deal left, right, and center.
So yeah, got the business understanding. In terms of you are saying कि आप business like banks को in terms of CX में improvement के लिए like you're assisting. So this is the one use case. What else or what other use case you are like?
Okay, I will give you 4-5 use cases. One use case is I talked about customer retention. And another use case would be cross-selling and upselling. Because once your profile is there, like you typically receive an insurance call or a mutual fund call. Once you're opening a bank, you're already giving a consent that I can receive these promotional calls. So that is banks don't want to become a cost center. They rather want to become a profit center. So that's how you are getting the call back also. So that is where they are making money. So that's the third thing is we are one of the biggest partner in Treasury space, the trading flow turret solution. So we work with again a US Europe based product company called Mitel. We provide their large telephony solution along with recording, which is used in their trading floor environment, like commodity trading, oil trading, currency trading, and all. And these are cash cow for their business. Now, why they want Exato led product offering is because we have a vast expertise in this domain. We have close to 13 banks and some very large installation, in fact, very large installation in APAC. Last year, we closed a PSU bank. Again, the value was close to $1 million. Before that, we closed a very large bank, which is the second largest bank in India. So we closed $2-3 million. So every year we are getting these things. Now, this is another use case wherein we are helping their dealers to reach out to their customers or traders for their bid and etc. Now the third use case I will talk about is there is a NASDAQ listed BPO, which is one of the biggest partner, and we got a very large deal from.
Can you name it or?
You can name it. The customer name is TaskUs BPO.
TaskUs BPO.
Okay. Yeah. So we have a big contract with them, 100 plus CR contract.
Okay.
Now this TaskUs BPO serves Meta. They serve this Airbnb, Tender, all the major customers in US. They are using our workforce management solution for 75,000 licenses. Now, again, a very big customer for Exato. The use case is like they have large back offices. So once there is some kind of query coming and all, so they need to have right people at the right time for the right job. So that's one of the use cases. Then we have an insurance customer. Again, the contract is is 50 CR plus, based out of London. They process 30 million policies every year. So how we are helping is
Right.
we are innovating their customer service center with the very advanced AI-led services. Like they used to have a legacy system and some broken system, like they were using 3-4 players. Now we have consolidated this into one player. We are building customized report from them. We are giving them insights, the data insights which they didn't had. Similarly, there is another customer, and there is a very big investor who has invested and they got listed 2 years back. I can name the customer because they have given a consent. So it's Inventure Healthcare.
Inventure
It's
Healthcare.
Mr. Junjunwala promoted company. So Inventure Healthcare, again, we have 100 CR plus contract, wherein we are modernizing their customer experience center.
Can we go a bit deep in terms of how is the efficiency improving, or how is the AI helping them to improve their business?
Absolutely. See, what is happening is, as I said, that we already working with these 150 plus customers since last 10 years. We have made our own custom model for verticals. Like healthcare, we understand that what would be the pain point for a healthcare BPO, and 40-50% of the pain points are same. So like we have that data model and all. Similarly for BFSI, what are the pain points and how to solve. So what we are doing is, when we are signing a contract with a customer, that time we have a good amount of idea that how this customer experience center of this customer can be modernized. So that's how we start. Right, and then we understand the processes, what all processes, which are the pain points, what calls you are missing, how you want to call back, how well you want to connect with your.
Okay, like sorry to cut you. Like in terms of, let's say, an insurance company, let's say like prior to you joining them in their like helping them, what they were doing and what Exato added the value to them.
Okay, so first of all, since I talked about this insurance customer, so they are processing 30 million policies
30 million policies
every year, right? Now, when they were getting calls from a customer, so probably sometimes the call was not properly attended. Sometimes the customer were reaching out not only through calls but through multi-channels. Some said they're dropping mails, and sometimes they're chatting also and all that. Now, all these were working in silos. Suppose Abhishek is calling, at the same time Abhishek sent a mail 2 days back. So there would have been a fresh discussion which has started. So Abhishek will be fed up. I've already sent a mail. Don't you guys see a mail?
Right.
And Abhishek might be talking to a different agent rather than the same person who has read the mail. Now we integrated everything. We make it omni-channel. We call it omni. So there are 22 channels which are integrated in a software system. So we made it omni-channel. So whether you use it, reach out through a mail or chat or call or WhatsApp, so the same person will attend and some person will have a history. That okay, Abhishek had called for this reason, so that way this person can serve you better, and your customer satisfaction will increase. That's how in first call itself it will be resolved.
Is it a CRM tool?
It's not a CRM tool, I would say. It is integrated with CRM tool, but it's contact center software tool, which is AI driven, and that's how every time when you call, more or less this will go to the same agent unless he is occupied. If he is occupied, then there will be a message that call back, or some agent will attend and they'll say that I will call you back. So that's how it is. Okay. So use cases, how to retain the customer, how to improve customer satisfaction, how to answer appropriately on the subject, and how to serve him better, do cross-sell, upsell also sometimes. So that's again one of the use case. I will give you another use case. So we are working for an Airline BPO. Again, it's a listed company in India. Again, the problem was same. They had a legacy system, and they want to migrate to the latest system. We did this record migration in 21 days, which is still a record. So complete 10,000 seats to the modernized platform. The idea was very clear, this omni-channel platform, that through this single platform, if customer is reaching out through multiple channels, the data should come to one person, and the person should be able to analyze the historical data and answer it. Okay. So that's how you increase. Customer doesn't care about what is happening at the back end. If I open my ICICI apps, I'm very fond. I'm using it since last 25-30 years. So I get everything in one app.
Right.
Whether I want to increase my credit limit, whether I want to spend, I want to buy a mutual fund. I could be for other banks also. But the good thing is they know that. So that is the customer experience all about. If I call their call center, if I'm a platinum customer, my call is attended on priority. Not only attended, they have a historical data that why this call, why I have called, and if I had called earlier, what was the reason. So
Okay.
that's what we do.
Okay, got it. Got the complete understanding. And now, how much margin improvement or efficiency improvement because of this the companies are having? जो Exato solution provide करे to their clients.
See, margin improvement, I would say in the range of, I would say 8 to 14-15% margin improvement would be there, which is very good for because they have a volume and size. Again, with AI, agentic AI, which we are talking about, there will be they can optimize the cost, and that's how their bottom line will also increase.
Okay, right now, yeah, like you're only serving Indian clients.
No. Okay, so our 24% of revenue, in fact, not it will be more than this year. It will be more than last year. 24% of revenue was coming from outside India.
24%.
24%.
Okay.
This year could be 28-30%.
Okay, so you're having better margins over there.
Obviously, see, international India market. It's a price sensitive market.
Right.
It's a big market, no doubt. Volume is there, but it's a price sensitive market. International market, the size of deals is also bigger, and the profitability is also better. And since we get dollar billing, and so pound billing, and also
You're getting an advantage because of the dollar billing.
Absolutely. Every IT company.
Every IT company.
That's the only good thing which is happening.
So do you hedge the rupee, like, or like, is it something you're letting the advantage come in?
See, okay, so we do hedging, but more in terms of when we are paying to the OEM. So that's how we buy. We prefer to buy that, but we have a sufficient stock for that.
Okay. Sorry, we got diverted. In terms of you were explaining the dollar revenue.
Okay, so we have more than a dozen customers outside India. See, primarily the reason is we were more focused in terms of building capability, and we were more focused in terms of creating some very strong customer references outside India. So we have also pick and choose which partners to work with, and which are customers. Like, we have built a very strong pipeline as well as very strong strength in healthcare vertical.
Okay.
So we got 2 large customers, and the order value is more than 200 CR for both combined for next 5 years, who are in healthcare space. So we do have our own innovation program in healthcare space. We are spending some amount in R&D. We are getting a chief AI officer, so who will be spearheading this. So all this is being planned. Now the second biggest vertical is BFSI. But primarily India based, but yes, we do have international customer. Now the third biggest vertical is ITS, which is BPO.
Okay. Apur got the understanding of your CX business, in which you provide the analytics and softwares. Uska revenue contribution kitna hai in the overall revenue?
See, CX business will be close to 60%.
60%. Okay. And then what else? Remaining 40 mein what else falls?
So like we said, so we have 3 LOBs, Abhishek. One is CX and analytics, so this contributes close to 60% of revenue. Then close to 8 to 10% of revenue comes from our unified communication and infra vertical. Like I talked about these banks using high-end telephony solutions. कभी-कभी project में club होके hardware भी जाता है. So again, so we provide those hardwares, create ready the servers, etc. So वो infrastructure भी हम देते हैं. और आपको इसमें जो 25-30% of part is our consulting led services, because we are primarily a services company. So while we are providing global product, but we are also providing our own customized services, one-time implementation services. We are also providing our support services, which is 24/7. This is for global customer base, and that's how we are expanding more and more in international market. And then we are also building our IP. See, the thought process is, Abhishek, again going back to the same philosophy, जो सीखा है उसको implement करना है. So right now the solutions which we provide, the global company which I talked about, they are premium product.
Okay.
I would say they are a Range Rover of the market. Now there is a market for Hyundai and Toyota and Maruti also. So we are building that. So we are building that in-house. We are building CaaS, CPaaS platform in-house.
So building your own software in-house?
Own software in-house.
Okay.
And in fact, not only we are building, we got some revenue also out of it. So this CaaS, CPaaS platform, we have some pilot thing going on. Apart from this, So, like we have a very strong development team, some good people as a part of our team. So they have not only built it, but they have installed this also in customer. Like one of the largest bank, the second largest bank, they gave us a use case that we should create a user onboarding solution. So my team, my leader, tech leader, he built it. So it took some 6-8 months of time, and we got a decent value also in this project. So this deal was close to 1.5 CR. Now there was a mutual fund customer, and we were about to close the deal on 31st of December. We were celebrating. Just got to know that this was the bottleneck, and they said that, can you develop that? Again, the tech leader did that. So that is what the flexibility, agility, and the knowledge power we have. So this now what we are planning, Abhishek, is we are branding it. We are improving on UI UX size, and now we will take it to market. Like we are building a global business development team. So we got a senior person from the industry who is going to drive this global business development. The tech leader is going to again add more and more feature to the product. So that's how we want to scale. As I talked about, a very senior person from a very large organization is joining us as a chief AI officer. So he will also lead this AI enabled growth. We are also building our own agentic AI platform. This will start with healthcare, and this can be replicated to other verticals. So strategy is very simple. Ride along with global players and acquire as many customers you want, create a good market base, also learn from them, and create our own software tools. The best part is we are not investing on dollars on R&D in terms of what are the, because we don't know that. We are only investing in terms of building. So that's what the...
So got your current revenue split. After 3 year, 2 year down the line, आपका revenue split, how it will look like?
See, okay. So the plan is big, and it's organic and inorganic growth both. So we will look for some similar company who are giving us either a region or some product capability, or say other premium partnership. We will be looking, in fact, we are looking for acquisitions. So the idea is to both organic and inorganic growth. Now CX is going to be our forte. Whether through working with these global companies, we will add more partnerships, but we will also look at how we can scale in this domain, CX and AI domain. Now that is going to contribute close to 60% of our
overall revenue.
Overall, that is going to be there.
Okay.
60, 65, 70%. Now we want a significant contribution from our own IP.
Okay.
So that IP should contribute at least 25 to 30%.
Right now that number is?
Right now the number is 3-4%.
Okay. You're focusing more over there.
We have, because see, we have all the ingredients. We have the market knowledge, we have customer base, we know what is needed now, and we have a very great team who has built the products. So now the team is working in terms of how we can refine and create a advanced product for the AI-enabled product for the market.
Okay.
So that's what it is going to be.
And you're also focusing more on export side.
So okay, so international market is going to be a big play for us. So like what our plan is, we have built a decent base in India, and we have I would say close to 90-95 plus engineers. If I talk about 150 people, so 25-30 are in operations and 20-30 are in sales. Now with this global business development team, we got a senior person from Oracle. He has joined us, so he will be leading our global business development team. So idea is to how get more and more deals from outside India. We have got a senior person from Tata Communication in US, so he will be expanding our footprints in US. We already have a Singapore presence, we already have a UK presence, we got a very senior person in Australia. So idea is whatever we have built, the credibility, the partnership, etc., take it global and serve it from India in hybrid model, and then on more and more.
So how much revenue you're targeting from the export side about 2-3 years down the line?
See, 2-3 years down the line, export should be contributing at least 60%.
60%.
60 to 70.
That's a high margin business.
Yeah.
And your IP is also high margin business?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So it's just a one-time cost which we are incurring. IP would be in the range of 40 to 50% margin.
Okay, that's a very big number. And how about your hardware? Because it's a heavy capex business. So do you have your own manufacturing facility?
No. See, we are primarily a software services company. So we don't intend to do much on hardware side. Although the with AI, obviously AI infrastructure would be required. So that strategy we will revisit. But right now there is huge potential in terms of being a AI services company, because if you look at the hyperscalers also, they are investing like anything. Whether what will happen, not happen, I'm not sure. So again, so they are in their place. The only underlying layer where you can make a margin, and the companies like us is
Okay, got it. So AI has been a buzzword for last 2-3 years right now. So, like for a layman point of view, what does it really mean? What simple terms mein?
See, AI will help you to process the data faster, understand the data faster, and give output faster if you use it very well. So data, so output you desire, whether you want it for understanding something, say like I talked about, huge amount of data, and in my domain the biggest problem is customer churn. Like and every bank is deploying technology, or every ITSD. So if customer is moving from one place to another, acquiring a customer is 70% costly than retaining a customer. So how to stop that churn? So those who will implement AI successfully, again I'm emphasizing, implement AI successfully will lead the game, because it is very important. So implement in this, it's not only about tool, it's also an understanding about the output which is required. Like a bank, what are the pain points, or what his customer base is. Is his customer base the Gen Zs of the world? So they will be more tech savvy, and they would like to work on app and all that
Digitally, yeah.
Exactly. So they need to understand. This is where we help our customer to segregate from demographic perspective also, and we help them in terms of what is the right packaging, right offering, and that's what I said. So we have custom build models for different verticals. So that's how the play would be.
Okay. Do you think we are in an AI bubble right now? Because I will tell you the reason. Because Mang or Fang companies are doing huge capex. They are like earlier used to be the cash generating companies, but वो भी loan लेके पैसा लगा रहे in the AI thing. And the market is having a perception that they will not be able to generate enough ROI. So they are just burning the money. So what's your take on it?
See, obviously, hype is more than the reality as on date.
Okay.
कि हाइप है, इसको तो डिनाई नहीं कर सकते हैं कि जो रियल में दिख रहा है, जो आउटपुट दिखना चाहिए, वो अभी वो हाइप में ज़्यादा है, अभी दिख नहीं रहा है. हैविंग सेड दैट, इज दिस गोइंग टू चेंज द गेम? डेफिनेटली. वॉट एवर वी हैव बीन एक्सपीरियंसिंग पर्सनली, आप प्रेजेंटेशन आप 2 मिनट में बना लेते हो. आपको कोई भी किसी चीज़ पे रिसर्च करना है, आपके पास 5 मिनट पूरा रिसर्च डेटा आ जाता है. बट यू हैव टू यूज दैट इफेक्टिवली. So AI bubble, when you say, see, you cannot afford to not to take chances. I would say रिस्क बड़ा है इस गेम को मिस करने में. इस गेम को खेलने में जो रिस्क है वो तो है ही, बट मिस करने में बड़ा रिस्क है. That's how I will say.
मिस करने में ज़्यादा बड़ा रिस्क है.
बहुत बड़ा रिस्क है.
That's a big statement. Yes. And how many enterprises are currently using AI in a right way?
Not much, I would say. Okay. See, not much. See, I will tell you the problem. And this is the reason where experienced integrator like us will come into picture. See, everyone everyone like a bank or a ITS BPO, they understand their own thing, that what they are good at. Like, say, give me an example. I've talked a lot about bank. Let me talk about a BPO. So BPO is an outsourced service provider. They have different verticals. They have manpower expertise, and they engage technology providers like us to buy a technology. Now, what are their customer pain points? With respect to resources and skill, they solve it. With respect to technology, they pass on to us. So it is very, very important for a customer like a BPO and a technology integrator like us to work in a cohesive manner, understand, and then implement the technology in the right way to get the desired output. Then only the desired output would be there. See, let's understand. People are talking about if, okay, so the person the company who implements AI in a right way will be much more cost effective, will be much more better place to acquire customer or to acquire his business interest, rather than a person who's not implemented this successfully. That's what I can.
So that's your total addressable market also, because you are helping companies to implement AI, right?
Absolutely.
So I read somewhere that Intellect Design Arena is also have built their purple product that is also helping enterprise to enable AI. So is it your competitor?
No, not at all. So in customer experience domain, see, eventually what will happen is companies like us will also build a product. AI, although I talked about my CCaaS CPaaS platform, but eventually the journey will transform into a product journey, but it will be services heavy. Because see, understand, while you can build something of your niche, but the bigger play would be how you integrate everything. The integration would be key, because if you see, and this is a very valid example, so we in this AI summit, the CEO of Anthropic and the CEO of ChatGPT, they did not shook hands. They were they were holding like this. So this is what I say, that we will make them shake hands. I would say analytics driven company who can have insights, who can play on data, who can understand customer pain points. So that will give us a level playing field with a larger services company. Okay. See, there are larger services company which I would not name it, but we are who have 1 lakh plus, 5 lakhs plus employees. But those larger services company, can we compete in current scenario? Yes. In certain deals, definitely yes. Because where they will be bleeding is they were primarily doing body shopping, providing manpower, etc., etc. Now they will be having large contracts, 100 million, 200 million, 50 million. Now Exato with 150 people or probably 300 people can compete. Now we can compete. We can compete in certain deals wherein we can bring down the cost of a customer to 30%. But can we replace completely? No. Those organizations are very complex. So take, for example, any bank. See, I'm currently talking to a bank and they have 11, 12 outsourced service providers. So this bank has a vision of bringing everything in-house. Not easy. They have been their partners for last 25 years. So if we build create a platform and integrate and have that analysis of what they have done in 20 years, so that bank will have cost saving, etc. Now this can be done with the help of AI. This cannot be done humanly. This is not possible. Some 20 years of work, you can do it in 1 year. If it's AI also, this is going to take couple of months or probably year. But this is possible. Okay. And this is where we will have a level playing field.
Who is your closest competitor? Is it Indigene, Latent View, Intellect Design Arena? Because they are also into analytics plus AI right now.
See, first of all, these are product companies. So they are not my competitor. And they have focused more on product, and I think that is how they want to grow. Rather, I see a possibility of working with them and taking them to our customer if there is a possibility. They are not. See, we are typically, as I said, an AI CX service provider, and we want to be like that. The platform which we are building, we will be building for certain verticals wherein we don't want to be a product company, but we will find some sweet spot which can be a decent revenue generator, as well as create a stickiness program for Exato, so that we can go much deeper inside. Like it should solve a complex problem for the customer. Like I talked about healthcare. So there could be something which can help them in terms of improving revenue, which could be their pain point, or integrating across their different chains. So all that. So we are also analyzing, but having said that, as I said that we don't want to be a product company. Product could be a part of strategy, but we want to be primarily a service integrator.
Okay. There's a lot of fear in the market regarding the job loss because of this AI. So how real is it?
See, what I would say is, rather than fearing about AI, people should fear that the person who knows AI will replace the person who doesn't know AI.
Right.
So it is not AI replacing people, it is people replacing people. If you don't know AI, that's not AI's problem. It's your problem.
Right.
So it's people who knows AI will replace person who doesn't know AI.
Which jobs are at most risk right now, and which ones are like जो बच जाएंगे जिन पे impact नहीं है?
See, repeatable task.
Okay.
That will be at risk. Data entry, this will be at risk. This can be automated. There is no brainer. But जो job replace नहीं हो सकता, I think where you need a human intervention, where you need emotional connect, empathy. And since we are in CS domain, I should talk about it. See, a machine or AI will not understand to that extent. And it will take, again, a lot of time for them to understand. So any job which requires human intervention, or say empathy, or say emotional connect, See, and in fact, not only that, commercial impact also. See, understand, if we talk about automating a procurement process, the if it's a 5-step, 3-step or 4-step can be automated, but 5th step cannot be automated because of human intervention, because it is related to money. If for some reason, if AI automated agent has done, a software bot has done a wrong calculation, the millions of dollars could be passed, and it could be washed away. So that is where the human, it cannot be replaced.
Can you name few roles जो replace नहीं हो सकते? Like,
See, like I said, one thing I talked about procurement. So where financial decision is required. Same goes for medical this thing. See, ultimately AI can process the data faster, but to analyze and give the desired output, you need a human. That cannot be. See, the tasks which are repeatable, like billing, like data entry and all that, that can be automated. But the task which requires human intelligence, that cannot be repeated. It is very, very simple.
Okay.
In that form.
is Exato hiring right now, and in which roles?
Okay, so yeah, we are definitely hiring. So like we are building our own agentic AI platform. So we are hiring some data scientists, some agentic AI experts and all. And then we are hiring a lot of IT and technical people. We are also hiring some people who are strong on services side. So we do have our plans to train freshers and have them become a part of our product team. We are also hiring people who are software engineers, so that they can work with global partners and we can scale our global service delivery facility. Apart from this, we will be scaling our sales team. So that's also where we are hiring there.
You're not focusing on improving efficiency. Same log ke saath zyada kaam and don't hire much. That's the global noise right now.
Absolutely, you are right in saying. But see, we are in a hyper growth stage. So same log is already working to an extent wherein they are already supporting maximum customers. So, and if you see, I will give you a data, average recurring revenue, which we call, it was 20 CR for us 3 years back. This year, when we close our books, when I close our numbers, it will be 110 CR, so 5 times in 3 years. Average recurring revenue. So team is already under a lot of work, with a lot of workload. See, second thing is, Abhishek, our work is a bit complex. We work on a lot of data, large complex, solving large complex problem, installation, customization. So again, a decent amount of workforce is required. And since we are going to having an aggressive expansion in international market, though if we are getting larger contracts, we need to have more and more people to service it. So that's the reason we are obviously optimizing our current team. Rather than optimizing, we are enabling them with more tech tools. Like let me talk about, we are building the CaaS CPaaS platform I talked about. So there is a software coding tool called Cursor.ai. So my tech lead who was hiring this, he said that I can do it with 20%, 30% less workforce. So we are using all that.
Okay.
So that is going to be there.
Have you also fired people from your organization because of automating some roles?
No. We generally don't do that. We are not firing people. In fact, with the increased workload, we are in a hiring spree. We want to add more and more people.
If the gold rush is AI, then who are the shovel seller?
See, that could be the NVIDIAs and Broadcom. That could be the hyperscalers.
Hyperscalers.
Absolutely.
Okay.
They are going to have a bigger. They understand that. They have money also, so
Okay.
they can play this game.
And if someone wants to participate in an AI wave right now, from an investor point of view, which part of the value chain they should focus on? Is it data center, power, traditional IT companies, software as SaaS, or any other?
See, 2 sectors I would say. One is obviously software as a service, because we understand this much better.
Okay.
Services AI, services company who can be an AI integrator also into any domain. And the second sector is, which most people don't recognize, is energy sector.
Energy.
Because there is going to be huge demand for energy, and I'm not talking about the current war and all, because of the current, but there is going to be huge computing power required. See, again, coming back to point, computing power is definitely required. So people are focusing on that. People are also focusing on services, but energy sector, no one is looking at. So that is one area to be watched for.
Energy is a very big sector that investors should focus on.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. This energy demand is not going to come down; it is going to increase.
Right.
That's
Apur, what's your view on current valuation in the IT sector? Because there has been a massive bloodbath because of this AI and market ka further. So how you see it?
See, valuation are obviously, especially Indian IT sector has been impacted. Whatever is happening in AI domain, I think valuation has corrected, and I think we have also understood when we see when I talk about Indian IT companies, we have also understood what should be the bigger game. I think everyone is talking about initially what we saw is say TCS partnering with OpenAI and
Right.
Infosys partnering with Anthropic. So I think they are understanding a bit. In fact, one very important thing I wanted to share with you, Abhishek, is not many people will know that who was the first investor in OpenAI. Do you know that?
No.
It was Infosys.
Okay.
So Infosys was one of the first investors.
At the time of Vishal Sikka?
Yes, he had that vision, but then again, probably the board of founders would have termed it that this is not going to happen.
Right.
We are a services company. We are very happy doing that. And see, eventually what happened? They exited. They did not invest. If they would have invested, it would have been 500, 600 times. So I'm just giving you this thing that okay, see, the old model will not work.
Okay.
So companies will look for value, and it will not be only driven by people. It has to be driven by the people who know how to use AI. People will not be replaced because organizations are very complex. It is not so easy. The processes are complex. So these AI companies will also need skilled manpower and scaled manpower.
Okay.
So they also need our IT giants, and our IT giants also need. So eventually, who partner better and who deliver better will win the game.
Do you feel that our traditional large IT giants, TCS, Infosys, Wipro, will they survive during this time? Because if like currently they are focusing on giving dividends, buybacks, and rather than focusing on like acquiring the companies. So how do you see it?
See, obviously, what I understand is they also have intelligent think tank, so they would be thinking around this. They are seeing a global impact. The good thing is they have huge amount of cash. They have good.
Right.
So I believe, and they have smart people also. They have built up a very huge business. So let's not discount that. So I think they will have a strategy around this, how to scale this over. What I believe, if you ask my perspective, is someone who has a skilled manpower, AI skilled manpower, plus IP, plus platform will win this game. So if they are going to do this, they will win the game.
Okay. So like our Indian IT companies are adapting to AI, like, but it's slow, right? This is something you feel or like?
So let's look it from that perspective. AI, we have been talking a lot about AI since last 1.5 years.
Right.
And disruption we have seen in last 3 months only.
Right.
Once Anthropic launched the Cloud AI, and which IBM COBOL and all that. So they also need time, and the large giants. The problem is things cannot change overnight. Processes, people cannot change overnight. And again they are into large contracts. So unless they adopt these things very quickly, so things will not move. Having said that, let me give you, there has been acquisitions happening. Like Infosys acquired a healthcare agentic service provider, a platform provider very recently. So they are thinking that yes, in healthcare, in agentic AI space, there could be a bigger play. Coforge acquired again a company, all share deal and all. So I think they have realized that. As I said that they are much more. So they have a very big think tank, a very intelligent think tank. So they might be thinking. Let me rephrase it. The companies who will have the innovative manpower, people who can understand AI, at least at the execution layer, who will have their own IPs and who will have the platform, will be taking the lead. Whether it's TCS does this, Infosys does this, or Wipro does this, or a small company like us does it. If we also do that, we have that plan. We are working on that plan. Like I said, that we are building our own agentic AI platform. Having said that, we just the space wherein we are looking at, we also understood that there was a player who was acquired, not in that space. Obviously, we will also learn how to find our sweet spot, where could be our market. Like I talked about, I've given this Range Rover and Hyundai and Maruti as the example. So probably we'll find a way. It's not that we will not go to Range Rover market, but probably that will take some time, some years. But the good thing about a company of our size is we have a much bigger play than the larger giants in this AI arena. We will be executing bigger projects. We will be also doing some complex scenarios with lesser manpower.
The work that you do, the same work is being done by the big giants as well, or is it something a new market that you're tapping?
Okay, so see, for big giants, this customer experience domain was a part of their large portfolio. It was never their portfolio. It was part of their large portfolio. So it was like we used to work with them. Like if you talk about this Tech Mahindra, TCS, Wipro, they all are our customers. We are registered there. So we used to do a lot of services for them when they were picking some CX driven project. So and they thought that this market is not as big, although it's a 15 billion market, but they would rather play in that space. So that was their thought process. In fact, if you see, we are in discussion. So there's some MSA thing being discussed. Again, a global player from US is talking to us how we can deliver services for them. So that's what our sweet spot would be. Working with these large giants and enabling that. They will still think of doing that 100 million kind of deal.
Okay.
It could be a part of that portfolio. I think they are still not perhaps thinking in that way, that they are thinking that how we can compete with the likes of Accenture or IBM, rather than thinking that we could have a smaller deals. So
okay. But I'm coming back to the same question. In terms of, don't you think that Indian IT giants are a bit late in the AI race? Because the smart people are focusing on increasing the number of hours.
They are. See, this number of hours terminology is going to be wiped off in next 2 years or 3 years. If not 2 years to 3 years. It is, customer will not pay for number of hours, they will pay for outcomes. It will be outcome driven business, and that is where you need AI. Outcome has to come. For outcome, intelligence has to come, and you need to apply that intelligence. So that is where the role of AI would be. So I believe they are late, but perhaps they are realizing how to cope up with this situation.
Jab jago tab savera wala.
Why well, and the good thing is they have that manpower. Having said that, will all of them succeed? No. Not all of them will not succeed. I would say that if we talk about top 10 companies, probably 4 or 5 will at least retain their position, but other 4, 5, 50% of them will fail.
Okay, business at a risk.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, got the clarity.
Because then companies like us will be competing with them neck to neck. We have that bigger play. With less people, more AI, we will be competing. We will be going for the same contract, which they have been executing multi-millions of dollars. Probably we will do in a couple of $1 million. So that is.
So is it your edge is in terms of executing the same projects in less margin? You're like giving them a cost advantage, or is it something solution-wise also you are providing them an edge?
See, not in, I would say less margin, but I would say that with optimization we have the edge. Like with less number of people, with better understanding of data, at least in our domain, we have that advantage. So and again, as I said, that they were it was a part of that, but it was not their portfolio. So and they would have so over the years they have outsourced it. So that is where our play would be. So we are also riding on this innovation, working with global companies, how we can tap a bigger market.
Okay, got it. Now let's go to the financials. So what is the best way to read your financials? Is it quarter over quarter or year over year?
See, I would recommend for both, Abhishek. The reason is, although in our SME listing, our mandate is only for 6 months, declaring results in 6 months.
Reporting the numbers.
Reporting the numbers. But we have took a plunge for our shareholders, for the market, and also to create a strong credibility. We will be declaring quarter on quarter result. So you can look at both from year on year, quarter on quarter, and our numbers has been improving. If you compare year on year and quarter on quarter.
Yes, I have your numbers. So year over year, your Q3 FY26, that was October, November, December quarter, your revenue grew 22% year over year, and your like EBITDA grew 76% year over year. So significant margin improvement has taken place. Your margin improved from like 13.7% to 19.8%. So is it a sustainable number, or is it a one-time jump?
No, it is a sustainable number. I will tell you the reason why this is a sustainable number. So we have started expanding more in international geographies. So this international geography, in fact, the margins improvement which you see, this is also because we closed a large healthcare customer. It was a $10 million deal. We closed it in September. So that has given a boost in terms of more services value, and that's how. And then our international customers have also given more services order for this AI and analytics. So that's how this is going to not only sustain, this is bound to grow. I will give you a logic for that. We have now scaling our operations in US. We are scaling our operations in Singapore and UK, and we have also scaling our operations in Australia. That's where, and we are also implementing a P&L model wherein we are making our leaders responsible for their LOB profitability. Profit. We don't want to drive this on revenue basis. Revenue will come eventually. Growth will come eventually. But if the leader is cognizant of the fact that they need to increase profitability, because now we will be measured on profitability. We are a listed company now.
Right.
So idea is make everyone cognizant about this fact that okay, the profitability is the key. Now that's apart from responsibility. Some of the good step which will help us is one is international expansion. Talked about US, UK, Singapore, Australia. We are going to expand in a big way. And India could be the delivery center. Also, we are doing business development in a hybrid way, wherein some feet on street there, some key people, senior leadership role there, and then we will have a 24/7 business development center. We are moving to a new office, bigger office I shared with you. So there we will have people in a night also doing business development. And then once a lead is formalized and they want a face, our people on the ground, they will visit the customer, and then we can support from solution and delivery side. So that way there is a good opportunity for us to scale internationally. At this international scale, as you know, the deal size is big and the profitability is much higher. So we see a good growth in both revenue and profitability side quarter on quarter, year on year.
Okay. So how much would be the revenue in FY26?
Okay. So FY26, we are expecting at least a much better quarter than last year. What we did, I cannot tell you in number terms because again,
but a broader guidance because
broader
the quarter's
guidance
over.
would be broader guidance would be year on year. We will be doing close to I would say 35 to 40% growth
in Q4.
in Q4.
Okay, and at the overall financial, like FY26 versus FY25 level.
I was talking about that is around 30 to 35%, and in Q4, so we will be doing around 40 to 50% growth.
40 to 50%. That's a big number. And for 1 year, 3 year down the line, how do you see the revenue growth and also the sustainable EBITDA margin?
See, CAGR is 18 to 20%. We are going to grow much higher than what the industry CAGR is. And I've told you the reason. International expansion, focus more on services-led product. Our IP should be rolled out, and we are expecting a good revenue from our IP also. So that way we see good growth both on revenue as well as profitability side.
Okay. What's your plan to achieve this 30-40% revenue guidance? What's the plan for it?
See, international expansion. See, we have built a very strong, I would say, consulting-led team, a very strong delivery team, and also I spoke about it, some customized data model, which is helping us to fetch larger contracts. Like we have that for ITITS BPO, we have healthcare for BFSI. So if I'm going and talking to a healthcare customer, I will say that I understand your 50-60% of pain points. 30-40% could be a new thing, which I can take a lesser time to implement a project or to understand thing and give you output than any other player. And again, my solutions are AI driven. So things, execution become more faster. So expanding more and more in international region, that is how we are going to get more revenue as well as more profitability. So selling there, delivering from India. That's what the thought process.
Okay. And what is your current ROE?
See, my current ROE is close to 26%.
26%. And how do you see about 1-2 year down the line?
It is going to increase, definitely going to increase. Why I will tell you is both revenue, EBITDA and PAT is going to be significant. There is going to be significant increase. So it will definitely add value to ROE.
Okay, got it. Great numbers and great guidance as well. Let's hope to you execute and your team it very well. What advice would you give to a fresh IT graduate today?
See, learn AI to whatever best extent you can, and you can. I would say you can be much better than say a 8 to 10 year experienced guy if you spend 6 months to 1 year learning the best and best of AI.
Okay.
Hmm.
Apur, what excites you about the future looking forward because of this AI? Like,
See, what excites me is innovation, Abhishek. See, there is going to be huge innovation in healthcare space. I keep repeating healthcare, but trust me, we need that. See, talk about our country. We are a population of 150 CR people, and talk about global population. You see so much uncertainty. So, with evolution of AI, the medical thing is going to be medical data is going to be improved and analyzed. We can find cure of certain disease which was not there, or at least will know how to prevent it at least. So there is going to be lot of innovation in that field. That's personally I feel. So let me tell you something. Like I keep talking to some industry veterans, and what I got to know is there are companies who have built sensors that they can read your hemoglobin count with, without penetration, just with analyzing through some lights. So that is going to be there. So I've read that, I've understood that there is going to be innovation which can assess about your BP and sugar level just with your breath.
okay.
But these are required. See, think of elderly people. So pinching them. So this is perhaps very very painful. And again, as I said, that think of the so many disease. So all these things are going to be better analyzed because AI will process all that data, accumulate, will churn out the data which is not needed, will give lot of efficiency for the scientists in a very less time to analyze the things, and then human brain will pick those things and optimize. So there is going to be lot of innovation, same in other space also. See, the use of manpower will be on the key roles, key jobs, and so a lot of things would be automated. There is a interesting a video on YouTube about industrial revolution, that it took 130 year, 140 year, but in this AI arena, it is going to be take less than couple of years in terms of automate so many things. Obviously, it will have, as I said, that it will have impact on people, but the person who knows AI is better placed than the person who doesn't know AI.
Okay, okay. Now let's play a quick rapid fire Q&A session. Are you ready?
Yeah,
Okay. Best AI stock that is not Nvidia.
I would say Broadcom, because Broadcom is building chips for hyperscalers. So and they also don't want to depend on Nvidia. The second example could be Microsoft. Microsoft has the complete ecosystem, Copilot, everything, cloud, everything. And if you ask me one more name, that could be Palantir.
Palantir.
What they are doing. And I was talking to someone, a close connect of mine, and the way he was talking about Palantir, I also got a very good insight. So probably this is something to learn.
Okay. Any name from India?
Abhishek, very honestly, I want to name it, but I think
Conflict.
no, it's not conflict. But if you ask me, we are not there.
Okay.
We are not
Yes.
there. So and there is no biasness. I want us to be there, but these three are going to be looked for.
Okay. Okay. Your favorite LLM right now?
Okay, so I would not name one. I think for reasoning, it could be Cloud, Anthropic, and I would say for ecosystem, it could be Gemini.
Gemini. Okay. And is human level intelligence a 2020s thing or 2030s thing?
See, it could happen before 2030.
2030 before.
It could happen before. So if you talk about agentic AI and all, so it could happen before 2030.
Okay. What is the one alpha that no one is talking about in your own business?
See, as I said, that we have a huge exposure to data. So while LLM will build it, will take some time, but we have that complete customer journey mapping across vertical. Mapping in the sense that we understand what a banking customer, what are those top 10, 15, 20 pain points. So this is our biggest advantage. This we are going to replicate this globally. So, and we have custom built models. We are not people dependent that someone leaves. No, no, we have built that model. We have built those documents and all. So I think this will be a biggest advantage. Now we are also figuring out how to use the likes of Anthropic and OpenAI of the world in our advantage to build something and provide those insights to our customer.
Okay. And the last one AI buzzword that will die in 2026.
AI powered. Don't say AI powered. It should be everyone is saying this is AI powered. No, this has to go.
Because everyone is adding AI behind their name. That's a trend right now. Okay.
That's a trend.
So that's it. Thanks a lot, Apur, for answering all my questions. And I wish Exato and your team all the best for the futures and the investors even.
Thank you so much, Abhishek, for coming and sharing all this. In fact, some of these things, and especially the rapid fire thing, was interesting to me also. And I will also think about whatever we discussed. But one thing I just wanted to communicate through your platform to our investors and shareholders and the extended team, that yes, we want to, we understand the game. We understand how market is shaping up. In our DNA, the services is there. Services means we can bring all the integration into one frame. I talked about bringing OpenAI and Anthropic together. We want to scale more and more with our customers, direct contract, take it to 500, 600 customers in a very short span of time. We have a plan of organic and inorganic growth both. So we will look for the right kind of acquisitions at the right time. We are exploring something, but we will look at the right kind of acquisition at the right time. So I think that's all. I'm very proud of my team so far where we have reached. It is because of our team, our partners, our ecosystem, and obviously with investors and shareholders. So thanks to all of them, and thanks to you, Abhishek, for giving me this platform.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.